Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel, Crochet Characters with Gio, where I help you create characters that you've been searching for. Now today's video is going to be a Valentine special edition. So I'm going to be showing you how to make a flower, a rose, however you want to put it. And for the items that you're going to be needing to complete this project, it's going to be a color of your choice. For this occasion I'm using red. The number for this certain color is 666, and followed by two different colors of green. I have a darker green and lighter green. This lighter green that I'm using is number 704, and that one's going to be using for the leaves. This right here is going to be using for the stem. And talking about the stem, I'm going to be using a gauge 18 stem that I have already cut. And if you are curious of the actual item, this is the item that I got it from. You can pretty much get it in any crafting store, along with hot glue gun. Alright then, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so the first step is going to be the rose, and it's going to be 18 chains, so just like that. And you'll see how simple this rose is to make, and I will guide you step by step on how to make it. Now a quick note, for every single petal number amounts that you want to add, for example, let's say I have 18, it's going to be 9 petals, so you divide it by half. So you have 20 chains, it's going to be 10 petals. So just like that, okay? Have that in mind. Alright, so I do have 18 right here, as you can see. And go ahead and do the same as well for your end. Now I'm going to follow by 2 more chains. And the reason that I'm following it by 2 more chains is because I'm going to be doing double crochets. So on the third stitch, which is this one right here, I'm going to go ahead and insert my hook. Okay, and it's a double crochet in that one. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the same one and insert another one. Okay, and followed by another one. Keep putting them in the same stitch. So I got 1, 2, 3. So we're going to follow by 2 more. So you're going to have 5 double crochets and 1 single stitch. Just like that. So then go ahead and do a slip stitch. And then on the next stitch, the next chain right here, we're gonna go ahead and do a slip stitch again by itself. Now jump on to the next one, slip stitch. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and chain 2, 1, 2. Okay, so then we're gonna go ahead and put the same amount as we did on the first petal. So it's gonna be 5. So just like that, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. One, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay, and then slip stitch. Okay, just like that. So then we're gonna go ahead and do another slip stitch on the next one, and then on the next stitch we're gonna go ahead and do another slip stitch. But on this one right here is when we chain 2. 1, 2. Okay, so then same process again. We're gonna go ahead and put 5 double crochets on that same stitch. I need more string. Oh, I don't like this. I got one loose. Just try and make it perfect. If you see like a strand like that floating around, just go ahead and fix it. Okay. 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again how I said it, go ahead and do a slip stitch on that same stitch just like all the other ones, and then followed by a slip stitch on the next chain, just like that. And then on the following stitch we're gonna go and slip stitch as well and repeat the whole process. Repeat the whole process, okay? All right, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so once you actually finish the amounts of petals that you have to make, you're gonna have, this is your right side, as you can see, and this is your back side. Okay, so we're gonna be doing, now you're gonna go ahead and squeeze one petal, and then join it with the next one. And start, you're gonna start forming the actual flower, just like that. Okay, going, keep going, keep going. Move this down if it's in the way. There you go. And just be careful because sometimes this over pops, so try to have it aligned as much as possible. And if you feel free that you actually like what you see, go ahead and start sewing it in with one of your hands. Hold it just like that. Hold it in place, and that way you can just actually sew it in with the needle. Okay, that's the next step you're gonna be needing, an actual yarn needle. Okay, let me go ahead and sew mine, and I'll be right back. Okay, so just once you have your actual rows sewed in just the way that you feel like it's best for you, go ahead and do so. Put both of them in the same spot, just like how I have it right here, and just go ahead and make a knot. And once you make a knot, you can go ahead and fasten off. Fasten off, that way you can have those long strings cut. Okay, just like that. Alright, then let's go ahead and jump on to the next part. Alright, so on the next part, we're gonna go ahead and be working on the actual leaf. So what I have right here is the same hook, the 2.5, and you're gonna go ahead and start with a chain of 6. So just how you see it right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're gonna go ahead and insert our hook on the following stitch, which is right here. Okay, and then follow with the next one. Next guy. So you're not completing any stitch, you're just grabbing the yarn and pulling it out and continuing to the next stitch, just like that. Okay, so once you have this, you're gonna go ahead and chain 1, just like that. Okay, you're gonna pass it, and you're gonna chain 1 again and pass it through the first loop, just like that. So then chain 1 and pass through the next loop. Okay, you're gonna chain 1 and pass through this one right here. Chain 1 and in it goes. Okay, and then we're gonna go do it one more time. Chain 1, and it goes, and then the last one. Okay, so just like that. Alright, so you see this stitches right here? It's gonna be our other half. So we did 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're gonna. Hey guys, alright. So just how we did it, the following part on the back side, just do the loops as well. So we're gonna go ahead and chain 1, and then chain another one and pass through the first loop. Okay, chain one and pass through the loop. Okay, and then following one, chain one and pass through the loop. Okay, and then chain one and pass through the loop, and the last one, chain one and pass through the loop. Okay, so just like that, we're gonna go ahead and finish it off. All right, so that is the leaf. So you can add another one as well, just like how I have one over here. So you can have multiple leaves on an actual rose. Right, so once you actually finish, just cut it off. And remember, you can adjust it by adding or taking away chains, and it will make your leaf bigger or smaller. Okay, alright, so let's go ahead and start putting it all together. We got our rose already, and I'm going to be using actually two leaves for this rose. Okay, all right, so on this next step, we're going to be using the actual stem, like the one that I mentioned in the beginning. I just cut some pieces off to an ideal size, and that ideal size is this right here that I have in my hand. So for this next part, we're gonna actually need the glue gun. I've been heating up mine, and I'm pretty sure it's well temp now. So what you're gonna want to be doing is go ahead and pick one side of the stem, and what you're gonna be doing, you're gonna be striking right in the middle of the rose. But before you do that, you want to go ahead and apply just a little bit of glue. On the stick. Just like that. Okay, there you go. So now you push in the middle of the rose. Be careful, this is pretty hot. Okay. Okay, and just like that, I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit more on the actual between the rose and the stem. Okay, just like that, and there's my rose. Okay, so I'm gonna be using now my actual leaves. Now the leaves, there's no right or wrong on how you want to place them. It is totally up to you. So I feel like maybe placing one like this. Okay, and then you can have the iconic like same symmetry on the other side, or have one above the other, however you like. Okay. Alright, so on this first one, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and select like where's the front part of my rose that I wanted to focus on, and I believe this right here will be my front side. So I'm going to go ahead and put my leaf right here. Like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and tie it. Make a small little knot. Give it some sort of advantage in holding itself when being placed. Not too tightly. Very, very light. Because we're still gonna glue it, but we want some sort of like foundation in it. Okay, there we go. All right then, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this form that I'm doing it, and that is actually gluing part of the string yarn in the stem. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold it just like this, place it. Alright, I just went ahead and switched views to better like accommodate myself while doing this. So I believe this is the best means. So I'm gonna go ahead, like how I was saying, I'm gonna put a little bit of glue just like that. Okay, and you can use your scissors and you can just like place it in the hole just like that. Okay, alright then, so now the next part, you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so that right there is where you're gonna go ahead and actually apply the glue just a little bit, not too much. You just want to make sure that you hold the string. Okay, and remember, you don't need a lot because you're gonna end up actually cutting it off like how I'm doing it right now. So after that, cut your excess yarn that you have that you don't need. Okay, so just like that, you have those. You don't need these. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep one leaf just to make an example of how I do it. Okay, so for the next part, we're gonna go ahead and use use the other color that I mentioned, which is the darker green that I have right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and extend it quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and probably use, I don't want to be short, so I'll just say this much. Put this inside. Okay, so around this much string. Okay, let's go ahead and adjust ourselves. Okay, so now what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna go ahead and you see this base right here of the rose. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some glue, and right after that, don't let it cool down too much because it'll freeze. Place that thread right over. Okay, just like that. Okay, hold your knob and then twist. Okay, keep going, just gently. Okay. Okay. Now this is gonna happen to your rose because it's already glued. Unless you yank it, but don't yank it. Okay, so keep going. So just like that, very lightly. Try not go over the same string over and over at the same spot. That way it won't look bulky, and the less that you do it, the more neat it's gonna look. Okay, so just like that, try to keep it together as much as possible, like just how I'm doing it. Okay, so when you get here, try to go around it just how you saw how I did that, and try to keep it as close as possible. It's not gonna be perfect, but are we gonna try? Heck yeah, we are. I'm gonna go ahead and make it as best as neat as possible. Okay, you see how I'm doing it? Just keep going, and just about right here or so. You could have done it like a little bit sooner, but we're gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of more glue. Remember, not too much. Okay, just like that. We're gonna keep on going. Okay. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Okay. I'm gonna go hold it again, and I'm gonna paste a little bit more glue. Hold on, let me feed myself. Okay, there we go. Squeeze it and then direct it with the tip of the actual glue gun. Okay, keep going. There we go. You can go faster once you get the hang of it. Just make sure that your swings are precise. Okay, and then the last part, top it off, just to make sure you have a seal the deal. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. And right here, since this is the last part, that's why I do loop it a little bit more. Okay, hold it all together very lightly just to make sure it sticks, and if you can see, it did. Okay, just grab your scissors and cut the axis, the remaining. Okay, and then right over here we're gonna go ahead and cut this guy off because we don't need him. Okay, and there we are, a rose. Alright, then if you want to, you can add more leaves, the same concept, just how we did it, just on the opposite side. You want to keep going more on the bottom, or just keep it like this, just with one, and that's how we do it. Alright, and if you do like, you can make multiple little roses, make a bouquet for example. That's what we're going to be doing. And actually, let me show you what we're going to be doing on our next video. See, I have more already done, and how you can actually apply this on a character. Alright, so stay tuned and wait for the next video, which I'm going to be publishing shortly. Okay, but first let's go ahead and try to get as many little roses as we possibly can. My suggestion, 6 or more. Okay, and then you'll see what we're going to be, how we apply it on the next video. Okay, so there you go, guys. It's just like that. So remember to hit subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you right on the next one.